Good afternoon, everybody. Time for another Chuck Chat. Happy May 12th. Hopefully you can see my screen. Start off with a little humor as always. We're making you breakfast for Mother's Day, but we have one question. How do you work this thing? And it's a fire extinguisher. My state of mind now, I feel like March flew by so fast. It's May. What? Can't believe how fast the year is flying by. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may update your Facebook status. Mom, we've hired a few people to fill in for you while you relax on Mother's Day. And this is absolutely true. See, I told you, so that's how she does it, a Superman cape. Happy Mother's Day to super moms everywhere. And this was submitted by Mr. Wilson, one of our residents. Robin, how come whenever I floss, the ambulance guys show up? Dan Wilson. And you'll notice that he's flossing with his emergency cord. Probably not a good idea. So COVID-19 update in Westminster, nothing has changed. No new cases, no active cases amongst our residents, no active cases amongst our associates. Our associates continue to get vaccinated slowly, so those numbers are ticking up. Total tested, including residents, staff, and private caregivers since this all began, almost 9,000 tests. Infection rates 1.12%, so really good. Some good news, phase 3B is coming June 1st, and you will be receiving a document in your mailboxes the next couple days about that. So indoor resident activities for groups with social distancing based on room capacity. We're still at about 60 in Harrisville Hall. Residents and staff must wear masks. Social distancing is strongly encouraged, but no longer required. Transportation shall resume for all services, no longer limited to medical, grocery, etc. Social distancing is encouraged on the bus, so we will limit transportation to our availability. Visitation may resume in community common areas based on community-specific policy following local and state guidelines. So some visiting in resident spaces, visiting in the courtyard is allowed. Please be courteous and make sure that residents are priority in those spaces. Social distancing should serve as a limit to capacity for visitation and large group gatherings. So that really hasn't changed. Guest rooms will be open June 1st. Visitors may also stay overnight in residences. So if you have a visitor that's coming in from out of town and you want them to stay overnight in your apartment, that will be allowed starting June 1st. Limit of 4 visitors at a time has been removed. So I'm not going to go over all of this, but you'll receive a document in your mailbox that will tell you all of the details. If you have any questions, just reach out to receptionist. So we will continue to wear masks when outside of our apartments, right? No limit to visitors in their independent living apartments. Still have to wear masks and screening. Meetings are allowed in the common spaces. Service providers no longer have to make an appointment to come in, but they must screen in and wear a mask properly at all times. No guests in the audience for activity programs because we want to allow for as many residents as possible. And you can have up to 2 guests will be allowed in the dining room at breakfast and lunch only until 3 p.m. every day. And the reason we're not allowing guests at dinner time is because, we're continuing to have some compression dining. Residents are a priority. We don't want to add additional guests to the evening meals. So that we can make sure we serve our residents first and as efficiently as possible. Quarantine only for those who are symptomatic, traveled on a cruise, or contact with a positive person if not vaccinated. All of our residents have been vaccinated, so you all are in a much better place. I still want you to refer all travel to the Resident Health Services Department, so Robin Aiken's office, so she can give you any warnings or advice and also be aware. Guest rooms, again, are open and available starting June 1st, so you can start calling reception and reserve spaces. We have 6 available guest rooms. Some guest rooms may be used by residents on occasion, but you can start booking those through reception now. Visitation is open for healthcare center and assisted living with normal visiting hours. Please follow all precautionary guidelines, including wearing masks, screening in, hand washing, and sanitizing. Please contact the health services reception desk if you have any questions. All visitors, including those in independent living, must schedule an appointment and screen in at both the Arbor and the assisted living to visit. This includes a temperature check. This includes visitors, residents from independent living or outside of Westminster. We need to continue to restrict visitation there, even though the hours are open. We still need to be cautious and make sure that we're making appointments. This is a pretty neat graphic. All of our residents are in this fully vaccinated people. These are recommendations from the CDC. It's really simple to read. This will be in your packet of information. But again, you can tell here, even vaccinated people attend a crowded outdoor event like a live performance parade or sports event, you're still recommended to wear your mask. Visit a barber shop or hair salon, you're still wearing your mask. Go to an uncrowded indoor shopping center or museum, you're still to wear your mask. Ride public transportation, you need to wear your mask. So keep that in mind. All of the CDC's recommendations, even though you're vaccinated, you still need to be wearing your mask when you're outside of your apartment. And I know we're all getting tired of wearing our masks, but it's really needed until, if the CDC changes their recommendations or we do establish, herd immunity and they're able to relax the precautions, then we will, of course, but let's be cautious and let's try to kill this pandemic out by wearing our mask and being as cautious as possible. When you do wear your mask, please make sure you wear it like London in this picture, where it's covering your nose and your mouth. So it should run from the bridge of your nose to your chin down here. Please don't wear it like this under your nose or even as a chin guard. We just need to wear it properly, okay? Questions and answers. When will the new chairs arrive for the Laurel dining room? We are still being told that they should arrive sometime in September. There is back orders on some of the products used to make the chairs, specifically the cushion products, like the chemicals that are being used to make the foam cushions in the chairs are on back order. Some of the material is on back order, so it's going to be a while yet. They were ordered early or at the end of last year, actually, so I'm sorry, but it's going to be a little while. Why are we moving to computer sign up for activities versus the old paper sign up book? The older folks are quite happy with the paper sign up. The IT committee, the resident IT committee and resident association and your elected representatives have advised us, and we believe implementing the use of digital sign up will increase efficiency, eventually reduce paper waste, increase the use of the resident portal. And we're starting with a few activities for sign up, but eventually we'll have other capabilities on the resident portal as well. Residents that don't have a computer access can simply call reception to sign up. Most residents do have a mobile smartphone, and the application is very user-friendly to these devices as well. The change was initiated by a resident committee. And it's also something that we've been talking about for some time, eliminating paper and going to a more digital system. We will work with every resident. No resident will be left behind, but if you actually log into the system, it's super easy to use. It's got a great amount of information, and it allows for people to cancel and be on a ready list to attend an activity. So there's a lot of functionalities that will be coming that are going to be very, very good for all of us. It'll really improve our efficiency. And hopefully, eventually, you'll be able to sign up for transportation, submit work orders, and lots of other functions through the resident portal. And it's, like I said, it's super easy to use. Even I can use it. So hang in there. We'll get through this. Could the outdoor tables at the Preston Central Courtyard be spaced out again? They don't allow for proper social distancing. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, and has been completed. Will you be putting a liner on drapes in the private dining room? No, there was no plan to place a liner on these drapes. The design will work better once the new chairs arrive. The new chairs have some blue in them, so that will make a lot of sense. Also, we have received quite a few compliments on these drapes, so hang in there. It'll all come together. When will residents be able to pay their monthly fees with credit cards? It's been a while since we explored this. And at the time, the bank was advising us that they weren't ready to do this with us. We will investigate this, though. We'll investigate the possibility over the next several months and check that out and provide you an answer soon. What is being done about the dust being created by the corridor wall project? That's a horrible project. I know it is. And it's something that, our hallways have needed updating for years. Many residents have mentioned it. Many prospects have mentioned it on tours. The contractor is working hard to keep the dust within the areas being worked on, setting up draped working areas, using drop cloths, vacuuming as needed, and taping to prevent dust from entering apartments. This update work was needed for some time, and we do apologize for the inconvenience it has created. The project will be over soon, and it looks really good after we've completed the work. So I just ask for your patience. There's really no way to do that job without making a mess, but we will clean up after, and we will try to do our very best in keeping it out of your apartments. Next question, when will the Arbor North entrance open? And when will we be hiring more drivers? The entrance will be open on May the 17th, which I believe is a Monday. We do apologize for the inconvenience, but unfortunately there's no other way to do those concrete pours on the Carlisle without staging them in that area. So we're probably going to open it up May the 17th, but we will have to shut it down again about every 2 weeks for at least one day, so they can do concrete pours. And we'll try to keep you updated on that as much as we possibly can. And that'll probably be occurring through October. Once the last pour is done, they shouldn't have to shut down the healthcare center entrance again, but there's just no other way to do it. It's a tight campus, and we're trying to do the work as efficiently as we can. With regard to the drivers, we are actively hiring more drivers and have been for some time. We currently have 3 openings. And if you know of any good drivers, send them our way. Are we allowed to hang art pieces in the corridors? No, you're not. No, you should not be placing your art in the halls. This is not allowed. Residents are allowed to decorate their apartments how they wish. The corridor art is provided by Westminster. Residents should not place art in the halls. Some decoration has been allowed on the resident's door or immediately adjacent to the resident's door. So please do not hang any art in the halls. If you have done that, please remove it. Thank you very much. When will meal delivery to our apartments cease? You'll always have meal delivery. We've had meal delivery all along. I know that during COVID, that was our only dining program. We will be stopping free meal delivery on June the 1st. Beginning June the 1st, residents will be charged $2 for a meal delivery. And then that will increase to our normal $4 probably in July or August. And the idea is that we really want you to come to the dining room. We do, there's a lot of people coming to the dining room at 6 o'clock, 6:30. We would really like for you to spread that out if possible. So, think about coming a little earlier or coming in for lunch. There's a lot more tables available then. But we will be charging a small meal delivery fee. But I have some good news I'll share with you in a little bit. Who are the members of the committee making selections for the expansion? So, they had some other thoughts on that question. They were talking about specifically the fire pit, the the pizza oven, the barbecue grill, all of the things that are being put in the Windsor Courtyard. Initially, an amenity analysis was completed by LCS Development. Then a plan was designed by a landscape architect. The designs were presented to the Resident Expansion Committee as well as the board. The committee was dissolved once the project started construction. So, many residents were on that committee, and they saw the plans before we started construction. We did receive advice from LCS Development on our competitive analysis. What did other senior living communities have that we maybe didn't have? Is there anything that we could do to improve our amenities? And those are some of the decisions that were made. And I know some of you don't understand why there is a pizza oven, why there is a barbecue grill, why there is a bocce ball court. But those are amenities that add value to your residents, add value to living at Westminster. Those are things that we didn't have before and we do now. The water features are always very popular. So the water wall is supposed to be better than what the fountain that we had, because it won't dry out, and it's attractive to have water features in courtyards. It's relaxing. The fire pit is something we didn't have. The fireplace we didn't have, and those are amenities that other senior living communities may have. And we want to be as competitive as possible. So those are. But don't blame the residents on the expansion committee. Don't blame anyone. I guess you can blame me if you need somebody, but really we're just trying to make things as pleasant as possible here and provide as many options and functionalities as we can for you, and also for us to use in creating better programming. I hope that we're able to one day have happy hours out there at the grill and the pizza oven, and cook pizzas fresh for you right there, and do other, grilling, maybe steaks and things like that. And, hot dogs for the residents or the associates, and little events that we have area to do that with. So it's all, it's all for the right reasons. I know sometimes you question those reasons, but we're just trying to make Westminster as first class as we possibly can. What is chronic care management clinic? Is it covered by Medicare? And I think Robin may have talked about this in her presentation. Chronic care management is available through our Westminster Wellness Clinic. Residents are eligible if they have 2 or more chronic diagnoses. Chronic care management offers additional help managing chronic conditions like arthritis, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, osteoporosis, mental health, and other conditions. Yes, CCM is a Medicare program, and Medicare likes it, and they do reimburse for it, so Medicare will cover it. And they like it because it prevents hospitalization. So, I'm a diabetic, and if I didn't manage my diabetes well, then I would, end up in the hospital. And I have high blood pressure too. So those are 2 chronic diagnoses that I have. And if I needed assistance, then I could use this chronic care management functionality of Medicare and get help from our wellness clinic. And they would help me manage those chronic conditions and help me stay out of the hospital. So that's what that program is for. And yes, residents are eligible for it. When will security cameras be installed in both levels of the garage? What are the locations of the security cameras? Additional security cameras are to be installed on level G and B soon. The bids have been approved and it's pending scheduling. We added a couple cameras. We're adding a couple cameras to the ramp and on the G and B level. So you may notice some work going on down there. Just additional functionality for us and more coverage. Most of the cameras on the campus are covering entrances and exits around the campus. We have 52 security cameras on our campus. And we'll be adding more as the expansion project moves forward. Another question, how will the development of the Grand Living at the Grove, a senior living community across the street from Westminster, affect our marketing? Well, I would prefer that it wasn't going to be there, but it is, it's a reality. Grand living communities are typically stick and wood, so wood construction, and are straight rental. So they don't have the life care benefit or skilled nursing, and it probably will be pretty high price point compared to us in some ways. We will continue to market well against it because we have life care. That's our true product, and we are a nonprofit, so that helps us as well. It does further emphasize the continued need to invest in our community to remain competitive in the Austin market. And I know that we're all getting construction fatigue, but the investments that we're making in our community, the improvements that we're making to the courtyard, and those amenities that we're bringing to our campus are helping us compete against new competitors. And it's keeping Westminster fresh, and it's keeping us competitive. So, I think we'll continue to market quite well. We continue to grow our ready list, our wait list. We have a huge amount of demand. We have demand in healthcare. We have a wait list for healthcare. And we could have a wait list for assisted living if we opened one. But I think we'll still be very competitive as long as we continue to reinvest in our community and provide first-class service and great hospitality, and great healthcare, which we will continue to do. And everyone here is working for that. And it's a special community. And part of the reason it's special is because of all of our residents and the activities that you enjoy and the robust community that you create. So, but I would prefer if it wasn't across the street. That would be nice. When will the Windsor Courtyard be open for use? We expect to have it open late next week. There may be a few small projects that we will need to complete after it is open. So for instance, the fire pit is really difficult to light, and it shouldn't be. So we're going to end up they're going to end up fixing that. They have some additional stonework that needs to be done. There's some flaws in the programming or in the design that need to be corrected, that weren't quite constructed the way they should have been. So they'll be working on correcting those things. When will all the plantings that have died due to the winter storm be replaced? Many have been replaced already. And really, if you look around the courtyards, they're looking very good. They're very attractive. We have a few areas that have to be replaced yet, but the plants aren't here. So we're pending scheduling due to limited supply of plant products. So when, a lot of things froze around Austin, a lot of things froze around Texas and around the South, and those people that provide the products, the plants had to freeze as well. So they lost a lot of their product. Our landscaper is working hard to get all replaced as soon as possible. If it's brown and dead, it will be replaced as soon as possible. And we're working on that. Can you give us an update on the swimming pool? Yeah, I don't want to, but I will. Unfortunately, I don't have good news on the swimming pool. When the pool was emptied to do the warranty repairs on the liner, it was discovered that the pool had a leak from the bottom side, causing separation between the skin of the pool, so the liner of the pool, and the concrete of the pool. So bubbling and cracking of the liner near the bottom of the ramp and stairs into the pool. We have a group looking into this area with a camera under the pool. Once the issue is found, we will work to resolve as soon as possible. We have been in contact with the company that originally installed the pool and our maintenance company that maintains the pool. The bridge is no longer an issue. So the bridge that connects the Preston to the pool area is no longer an issue. We have discovered a workaround, and we can run fire sprinklers from the kitchen instead of the construction area. And the city has approved that, so we would be able to use the bridge. The bridge hopefully will be open soon. The pool, unfortunately, it's going to have some major repairs to it before it can be open. I would expect that that's going to take 6 to 8 weeks. because it's a discovery, and then you're scheduling the repairs, and you're talking about concrete removal and cutting and replacing, and then the work of putting it back. So it's going to take some time. I'm very sorry. Wish that wasn't happening. Wish that we didn't have any issues with the pool, but unfortunately we do. And I promise you that we'll get it up and running as soon as possible, and it is a priority for us. Has the fixed charge of $15.50 per day been canceled for the meal program? No, not really. However, most residents have moved to the dining dollar system. We took the dining dollar system offline, so we stopped it when we started delivering to resident apartments for their meal service. Now that we've re-engaged the dining rooms or the dining room, then we re-engage the dining dollars program. Those that are still on the meal a day system are charged a credit per meal. The equivalent dollars for the meal a day credit program has been $15.50 for many years, which was the cost of the buffet. If a resident on this program buys a meal, regardless of cost, they are charged a meal credit for it. A resident on dining dollars receive $465 a month allocation and are charged by the menu pricing. If a resident on dining dollars orders a bistro salad, they're charged the $8 for the salad. Then they can maybe come in for breakfast, or they could purchase an additional dessert, or maybe take a salad home with them. The dining dollars program offers more flexibility. Beginning June 1st, dining dollars will be increased to $500 a month allocation. If you're interested in changing programs to dining dollars, please reach out to a receptionist, and then they will be happy to send an email to accounting and get you on the dining dollars program. All new residents coming in are immediately placed on the dining dollars program. The meal a day program, or the meal credit program, is being phased out. Everyone that's on it can stay on it as long as they like, but the dining dollars program does offer much more flexibility. Construction update. So if you've been paying attention, maybe looking at it on your computer, we're making really good progress. This is the picture of the Carlisle. You can see that we're already starting to form up for level 2. The pours, the concrete pours, are the big issue right here that we're having to shut down the healthcare center entrance. And this will continue all the way up 5 stories. So we will have intermittent shutdowns about every 2 weeks. This is the Windsor Tower infill. You can see that we're making steady progress here. We're pouring the columns already on level 4. And then of course we'll move up to level 5 and form it and the roof. So really making good progress. I'm not going to go through this page. I'll just summarize, but this will be in your packet as well. Bridge number 2, that's the bridge that connects the Preston and the pool, is almost complete. Windsor Courtyard work continues. They plan to complete that by the 14th. I don't think they're going to hit that, but it should be next week. Outdoor kitchen, water features completed. Bistro expansion, making good progress. Heavily into demo. You would not believe the mess that is behind that construction wall, but it is all torn up, which is the idea when you do demo, right? Pouring concrete on the 4th and 5th floors, as I spoke about, and we're finishing pours on the 1st floor of the Carlisle, starting forming on the 2nd floor. Drive between Windsor and Preston is open. Please do not drive north of this driveway. The construction area on the west and north of the Windsor is very congested. Really, we should only have delivery truck drivers driving through there, and even that is difficult. North entrance will be closed through May the 16th. Again, it will be open on the 17th of May. And this is a picture of the courtyard, the Windsor Courtyard, looking really good. We are going to do some staining, and we've done some repair work on the pavilion. And I know there's a desire amongst the residents to install a solid roof on this pavilion, and that's something I'm working on. I think we've identified a product that we can apply to the top of this that will provide shade. It will protect us from about 85% of UV and provide shade. At the same time, be clear that you can actually see through it. And it's a pretty cool product, and it has a really long warranty. So I will, I'll let you know more about that as we get closer. Again, the Laurel Dining Room is open to 50% capacity currently, and then June 1st it will be increased to 100%. We do have grab-and-go continental breakfast available from 7 to 9:30 in the game room and at the Laurel Dining Room. The Laurel is open for all 3 meals, including serving breakfast menu, until 1 p.m. each day. The Laurel Dining Room will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. with last seating at 7 p.m. Reservations are required for dinner only. Laurel Dining Room capacity increases to 100%. So regular seating June 1st. Dining dollars increases to $500 per month June 1st. Actually, that'll probably happen at the beginning of the billing cycle, which I believe is on the 25th of June. There will be a $2 delivery fee per meal for delivered meals. So it's still reduced. We'll probably increase that to our normal delivery fee in July or August, which is $4 for delivery. So still a really good deal. The Laurel Dining Room remains open again with last seating at 7 p.m. Reservations are required for dinner only. Up to 2 outside guests are allowed at breakfast or lunch, and only until 3 p.m. every day. Again, we're trying to cut down on the compression dining. 2021 building and grounds projects update. Preston corridor flooring completed. 4th floor laundry room was completed. Corridor walls, handrails trimmed to start. Sealing all fireboxes completed on 5, 4, and we're moving down to level 3 on the corridor project. Preston Courtyard repair has been completed. Other landscape ongoing, as I said, because of products. Plants are arriving for installation. When they arrive, we will install. Windsor Courtyard should be completed again and open for use early next week, hopefully. Boiler serving Sea Wing is going to be replaced. There is still a temporary boiler in place. And the water softening for the entire campus has been completed, and we're still working on emergency planning and system evaluation with the mechanical engineer, and that work's ongoing. There is also on the horizon a Preston boiler replacement project. So we are going to replace all the Preston boilers at one time, and we're going to place them on the roof in their own mechanical room. This is an expensive project, but one that will save us a lot of money and a lot of energy down the road, and it'll also improve efficiency of the hot water in the Preston building. And just to give you an idea, this is what the old boilers look like, and this is what the new boilers will look like. And there'll be a series of 5 of them that will maintain the domestic water and the so your residence's water and the heating system's water. And these new boilers have the ability to ramp up from 20% all the way up to 100%. So that allows for less energy usage, and it should save us thousands of dollars a month. Definitely thousands of dollars a year. So, and like I said, improve efficiency. This will not be an interruption to the residents much. Of course, when we do the connection, we'll have to shut down the hot water or the water for 3 hours or so. But we have to build the room. We put these boilers in place and all of these things, and then we'll coordinate in advance. This is a long-term solution. The useful life of these boilers is they come with a 20-year warranty. It's a safer system than having all the gas equipment inside the building. So having it on the roof is much more safe. Energy efficiency, I've talked about that. There may be a possible rebate through the city and there will be cost savings on every gas bill, and improved hot water and heating control. 2021 achievements. So we've really had a good year so far. We did receive the New Step Beacon Award. It's Best in Wellness Senior Living Communities in North America. If you want to see that award, it's located on Betsy's desk over here in the Preston. Gold Award for Experiences Everything Annual Report, Family Elder Care. Julian Reed was picked for the 80 over 80 representative. We're sorry for his loss. We have achieved 5 stars Medicare for the 13th year. Deficiency-free infection control survey, and Robin Aikens received the Health and the Emerging Leader Award through Leading Age. She'll actually receive that award shortly, later in this month. Certificate of recognition for Westminster's performance during the 2021 winter storm came to us from the House of Representatives here in Texas, and hopefully you saw the Today Show story on the 3rd floor assisted living admirers, and that was pretty neat story. It brought a tear to my eye. Just a reminder that you can use star cards for associates. Anytime you notice an associate going above and beyond, just fill out a card or send me a note, or any department head, and we'll make sure to share that with the associates. So just real quickly, I was going to include these slides, signing up for events through the resident portal. And I'll have these instructions in your packet as well. It's really simple. It's just 4 easy steps. If an event has reached its capacity, you will be added to a waiting list. If you want to remove your SVP from the event, click Leave the Event. If you don't have a smartphone or a computer, please call Windsor Reception weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Preston Reception evenings and weekends. They'll be happy to sign you up. The resident portal is now available as an application on your smartphone. Almost everybody has a smartphone or a tablet at this point. If you need help setting up the application, please contact the resident tech support at 11 a.m. on Wednesdays in the solarium, and they'll be happy to help you set it up and walk you through it. Reminders: always wear your mask when outside of your home or when receiving services in your home. This is still mandatory at Westminster and recommended when outside of Westminster. Please continue to practice good hand hygiene, maintain social distance when possible, follow mask precautions. All visitors to our campus, family, staff, and private caregivers must sign in, be screened, and wear a mask. If you still need your vaccine card, please drop by Resident Health Services to pick them up, or give them a call and they'll bring it to you. If you're interested in getting the vaccine, please reach out to the Wellness Clinic or Resident Health Services if you haven't received it. We're actually getting our first supply of vaccine, so we'll be able to do the vaccinations ourselves soon, the next week or so. Please do not place your outside trash or your trash outside of your apartment until morning before 9 a.m. on the scheduled pickup day. A lot of complaints from residents sticking their trash out in the hall the night before. Fire alarm reminder. Recently, there have been quite a few fire alarms going off around the campus. Some have been created by construction activity. I won't deny it, and we are working to mitigate that as much as possible. However, many of the alarms are being created by residents. If you burn something like oatmeal, toast, bacon, etc., and it creates smoke, please open your window and turn your exhaust vent on. Please don't open the door to the hall and let the air out. When you create smoke in your apartment, the alarm system will remain only in your apartment. We will receive notification and respond quickly to help you clear the smoke with fans through your window. If the smoke enters the hallway, the entire building will alarm and everyone will be angry and the alarm goes off with all the equipment throughout the building. So whichever building the smoke gets into the hall, the entire system goes off because the system believes that a fire is spreading if it enters into the hall. So Please keep your door closed, open your windows, turn your vents on inside your apartment, and we will be there shortly with a fan to help you get the smoke out into, out the window. Better yet, don't burn things. Don't burn your toast or your bacon. Try to prevent smoke as much as possible. You have some exciting news. Mario Alejandro, our security manager, is being promoted to director of security and transportation. Mario started as security manager back in November of 2020. Previous experience as a police officer for 12 years, hotel security background, and OSHA certified. He was hired to tighten up our security, provide additional training to our staff, and he has been upgrading security protocols and training. Scanning contact system was created for our security guards to use during the rounds. He has increased the security camera coverage, and he created a system where we're scanning and logging packages and improved access control. Pandemic compliance he's been helping us with, and he's been helping us manage the parking. He has been ticketing, as we will be, and making sure that everybody abides by the parking rules, including in the neighborhood. Transportation will become Mario's responsibility to manage starting May the 17th. So congratulations to Mario. If you see him walking around, you might congratulate him. And this change will allow Rachel Gill to focus on life enrichment activities and resident support, which is really her primary focus and the biggest part of her job. So congratulations, Mario. Thank you, Rachel, for a great job, for putting together the 24-hour shuttle program that we have to our offsite parking. And thank you all for making Westminster an extraordinary place to live and work. Happy Mother's Day, belated. And thank you all. Stay strong. Until next time. Thank you much.